Hey everybody, welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and we have, yes, another web browser to talk about today. This one is ChatGPT Atlas. It is the new browser from OpenAI, the company who seems to be able to make very, very, very mainstream products consistently. And that's why I want to talk about this, because ChatGPT Atlas is not the first AI web browser. It's not the first new web browser in years by any means. But I do think it has a more substantial chance of eating into Chrome's dominance that we've had for the past decade plus than anything else we've looked at, because, you know, ChatGPT, hugely popular. Sora, very, very popular app. I don't like it, but very, very popular. So there's a decent chance that this is going to take off. And so let's take a quick look at it, where it is week one. Let's just do the basics. If I have a web page pulled up here, actually, before we look at any features, let me just say, the number one thing for me when using a web browser is it needs to feel very good to use. It needs to feel awesome. And this browser feels good. Like, the keyboard shortcuts all work. You can see kind of the tab animation up here where it slides between tabs when you select them. I think that's awesome. I really like that. It's a good feeling browser, and that adds up to a lot. I really like that. And of course, the most important thing, does it have Command-Shift-C to copy URLs? I'll hit it here, and no UI feedback. That's not a good sign. However, I have great news. It does actually work. So that was the GameStop or GameSpot URL. If we go to IGN, do the same thing, and paste, you can see it is working. They just don't have a UI element telling you it's working. So let's look at the basic functionality here, which is Ask ChatGPT. You knew this was going to be here. Here's a review of The Outer Worlds 2. I don't have time to read this. I don't care what a human said. Let me just summarize this and give me the score. So let's see what this gives me. It'll give you this, the same sort of ChatGPT summary that you would expect. And so here's you may as well just read the real thing. Is a score of 8 correct? It is correct, and they call it great. So, okay, that's cool. I guess that's nice. Let's see. Let's go to agent mode now. So you can hit the slash on your keyboard or go into the different modes here. Let's go ahead and do agent mode, and this is where it interacts with the browser. So find their review of the first game in the series. And now it's going to do the thing. It's going to take over. This, just for clarity, at the time of recording, this feature is only available to paying subscribers of ChatGPT. If you're using the free version of ChatGPT, you can use the browser, you can chat with it, you can do all the text-based stuff, but the agent mode is exclusive here. So let's see what it does. It looks like it clicked the search button, and now it's using... Now, what is it doing? Oh, it's going to multiple pages. Examining the review for score. Ooh, The Outer Worlds review. Over the moon. Great. So it did find it. I mean, I could have done that, but it did navigate the site and do the things. Oh, now it's scrolling. What's it doing? To find the rating, I'll scroll down the page. Interesting that it needs to scroll. You would think it would just take the whole page like it does every time else. Okay, it's done. And they gave it a 9 out of 10, superb. 9 out of 10, superb. So, okay. So it does the agent stuff. It does the chat stuff. That's all kind of typical. One thing that's notable, I didn't just pull up this IGN article for no reason. There are some websites that have kind of blocked ChatGPT from accessing them, and in that case, the chat won't work. So this is IGN's Outer Worlds 2 review. If I pull up the sidebar, you're going to see there's this little warning here that says ChatGPT is unable to access this. So summarize this page, and it should not work. Searching the web. Yeah, so it can't access the article. So I guess that's nice. If a site is blocking it, it won't let you do it. Interesting little note, if you're on a ChatGPT website, it actually won't let you do that either. So kind of fun. So if I wanted to go to the About here, learn about ChatGPT, here's a very long thing. Can we summarize this? You actually can. Oh, because this is openai.com, not chatgpt.com. I take it back. So yeah, or like, are these prices fair? Can't ask ChatGPT. So a little interesting quirk there. Let's look at the new tab interface. I think this is an important one. When you open a new tab, you can, of course, search, but it is going to default to a ChatGPT-like response. So I could say, what's going on in the news today? I'm using Aqua Voice, by the way, for text-to-speech, which is very nice. It looks like it just pulls the home pages of a bunch of news sites and summarizes them here, and then gives you, again, the emoji headings, the lists, and stuff of the summary. Let's actually do a new tab again. And what do we want to do? Let's search for best Hisense TVs of 65 inches size. Right, so this is the sort of thing you would ask ChatGPT. So it's doing a search. One thing I like about the search is it pulls them basically immediately. You don't have to wait a long time, like some other AI search engines. And yeah, so it's giving me all the things here. But we also have these tabs up here. So we can do a traditional search, which will just return kind of the 10 blue links. It'll search images if you want that. You can search videos if you want that, and you can search the news. And so, yeah, you can kind of go through these different things. I don't think there's keyboard shortcuts to switch between these, but would be kind of nice. Another thing you can do here, if we hit the plus, you can upload files. It can be just like a ChatGPT interface. How tall is the Eiffel Tower? And so for this sort of thing, it should just return me the text very quickly. There you go. So there's that. Let's do a new tab. What else can you do here? You can kick off agent mode, so you can tell it to go do something. It'll find the website and do something. You can create images, do deep research. Browser memory is here. So this is a way to chat with your browser history. What have I been looking up today? I don't know the use case for this, but you can do this. It's searching your browser memories. So, okay, Outer Worlds 2 reviews, video game news, Hisense TVs. This is all pretty much correct, I think. Yeah. Again, no idea why I would do this, but yeah, it's there if I would like it. Let's also take a look at extensions. So let's find an extension. So let's clear out some of these pages. And let's do a search for Readwise Reader Chrome extension. So we're going to do a search there, and it just shows up here in the search results. So before it's even done its thing, I'm going to do that. It is a Chromium-based browser, so I can add Chrome extensions. It's going to add. It's been added and connected because I'm already signed into Readwise. And where is it? This is a weird thing about the first version of this browser. To get to your extensions, you click on your user, you go and hover over extensions, you hover over the one you want to use, and then you can open it or you can pin it to the browser bar. And now it's pinned here and you can see it. So kind of tricky. It took me a little bit to figure out how to get 1Password when I added that initially, but yeah, that's how you do it. So go to your user, click it, and then hover over extensions, hover over the extension you want to pin, and then pin it, and then you can use it. So yeah, there you go. And that's pretty much it. We looked at some of the modes. If I go into the settings of the app, there's a couple things here. They actually do have more settings than you might expect for a V1. You can kind of give custom instructions to the agent mode if you want it to behave differently. I haven't played with that. There's a lot of data control you can do here. Some of the personalization stuff you can tweak. You can manage memories. It actually pulls your memories from your ChatGPT account. So a lot of this is stuff I've done in just normal ChatGPT, not necessarily in the web browser. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff here. And again, if you want to see the chrominess of it, you can just click some of these settings that don't have anything in the settings window. They just have an arrow that takes you to the setting in Chrome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can change the tint of the top app or the top of the bar. Let's make it purple. I kind of like that. It has a nice haptic feedback if you're using the trackpad on your computer, so that's kind of cool. I like when browsers have the show full email address or show full URL in the address bar. I think that's nice, so I always show that. Show bookmarks bar. No option for side tabs, but for classic tabs, I think this works pretty good. If we open up a bunch of tabs, they obviously shrink down, but they do have the option to do scrolling tabs if you prefer that, so you can scroll them side to side. I don't personally like that, so I leave it there. You can do light mode, dark mode, or match your system. You can set it as your default browser. This one's fun. If they'll give you 7 days of increased limits if you set as your default browser. I appreciate the growth hack, but I do not want to give the product manager who thought this up the satisfaction, so I'm not saying it as my default, even though it's pretty good. And then, of course, the most important thing, they took this remark. You can generate an image. We'll just save it to the desktop. Generate an image of when you joined ChatGPT, when you joined Atlas, and you can share that on social media and really brag. I don't know. Whatever. It's there if you want it. And that's about it. That's the browser. I think it's fine. I think it's better than Opera Neon, which I find miserable to use. I think Comet is, they're similar in just general experience. I think Comet is a little more built out for like normal browser stuff. But I think the agent mode here works a little better than Comet's did for me. But I don't use that feature. So in terms of feeling good as a browser to use just day to day, I think this gets the job done. It's definitely early days. Like I've gotten like 2 updates per day. Don't see one right now, but like they're working on it. They're updating it. I'm sure it'll get a bunch of new stuff in the future. We'll see what happens. But yeah, for me, it's good enough to use and I'm not mad about it. So I'm happy to come out of one of these videos not feeling mad. But yeah, we'll see how this does. I think it has a lot of potential to be a big deal in the browser space, and we'll see if that happens. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.